has curated a news station dedicated to all things Taylor. Are you ready for it? It's the Taylor Swift 360, exploring her entire musical universe. Taylor Swift is the music industry. Tap the screen and we'll take you there.
That I did before. I should have held, but I never should have let you go. I didn't stupid. I was foolish. I would lie to no other. I would never just give it promise. Breaking my heart, keep it together. I'm falling apart, and my own. I'm trying to get
Out of the ordinary and come to dive, horses, sport fighting, jousting, and the feast. Good times begin at peacefultimes.com.
shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Twilight in a beautiful sea. I chose to be happy.
I hear you, coach.
Is this turned on and hmm.
Hello, welcome to the Paint Your Way to Profits Masterclass with Coach TobeyRenee. She has had the incredible privilege of helping thousands of artists, interior designers, and creative STEM professionals transform their passion for decorative painting into thriving, lucrative design businesses. In this masterclass, you'll gain insight from TobeyRenee, who is an award-winning decorative artist whose expertise has been recognised at the highest levels of the industry. As a James Weldon Johnson Art Fellow, TobeyRenee uses her power of art to inspire, uplift, and bring communities together. She also sits in the board of directors, the International Decorative Artisans League, which is the largest organisation for decorative artists in the US. Toby brings an unmatched depth of knowledge to the craft. Her work has earned her the prestigious Bloomingdale's Artist Residency twice, as well as the honour of being named Bloomingdale's In-Store Artist, further solidifying her influence in luxury aesthetics. You may have seen her transformative designs on Bravo, HGTV, MTV, Oxygen, VH1, BAT and Lifetime, where her artistry has graced high-profile productions. Through this class, she'll share the techniques, insights, and business strategies that have defined her success in the world of decorative painting. Over the years, she has worked with a diverse range of clients, from individual artists looking to refine their craft to large design firms seeking innovative solutions. Her journey has been fueled by a deep love for creativity and a commitment to helping others overcome burnout and rediscover their joy in their work. Join the community to discover into her most effective strategies and techniques that have helped her clients achieve remarkable success. She will explore how to harness your unique creative talents, build a sustainable business model, and navigate the challenges that come with running a design business. Whether you're an artist looking to expand your horizons, an interior designer seeking new inspiration, or a STEM professional eager to integrate more creativity into your work, this masterclass is designed for you. Together, you'll unlock new possibilities and set you on a path to not only reignite your passion, but also to build a business that thrives.
Hey guys, welcome in. How are you guys doing today? Let's see if we can get to the next screen. Good. Glad you guys can make it. It is 2:00 in the afternoon. I don't know about y'all, but I needed a break from work, so here I am. Happy to have everybody in. Again, I'm Coach TobeyRenee. We also have Coach April on the line. So shout out to Coach April. If you guys got a call from her or a reminder voice text, thank you for that, Coach April. I just want to make sure everybody has a chance to get on. So we do have a really small group today. So if you guys have questions, feel free to just come off, interrupt me, say, hey, coach, something, and ask the question. If you're a little bit shy and you don't want to interrupt, the training, just drop it in the chat. And then if I don't see it, Coach April will make sure that I get to it. Okay, so first I want to know about you guys. So where are you guys calling in from? Where are you guys watching from? Are you in Georgia? Like, what state are you from? So I use the chat a lot to communicate with you guys, especially if you're shy and quiet. But yeah, we're going to probably have people logging in for the next probably 5 to 10 minutes. So anyway, please drop in the chat where you guys are from, where you're logging in from, how y'all are feeling today. I really want to know that. And what made you join class today? Like, what made you log in? What made you say, you know what? Let me catch Coach TobeyRenee's training at 2 p.m. Okay, so let's see where everybody is from. Please light up the chat. Where you from? Where you from? Detroit. Okay, good. I have a client in Detroit Oh my God, but it's something like the ritzy part of Detroit. And when you go out the back of his house, you can see across the water to the casinos. What part of Detroit is that, or Michigan is that? I can't remember. But if you know, please drop it in the chat. I'm in Stone Mountain. Yes, great. I'm glad you're local. My VIPs are always local. You're in Georgia. Great. Feeling down. I want to succeed with my art and am stressed. Oh, please don't be stressed. Your art is supposed to be relaxing and fun. Um, yeah, don't enter it from a place, but we'll get to all that later on. St. Clair. Okay, great. Oh yes, St. Clair. Okay. Illinois, nation's capital, DC. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. But the thing I do want to do is make sure everybody is on this call is not that it's not a waste of your time. So it's never a waste of my time. I do these free trainings all the time. I love to get on here, help people through their businesses, show them how I make, six figures consistently every year. But I do want to make sure that if you are in this list, you stick around. If you're not in this list, you're more than welcome to stick around, but you don't have to. All right, so if you already are a decorative artist, a faux finisher, a decorative painter, maybe you're a applications like a plaster applicator, that type of thing, you're in the right place. Anybody who loves DIY and you're really good at it, and you're like, you know what? I think I need to learn how to make some money doing this. You're in the right place. I also help hands-on interior designers. So these are my designers who haven't quite made their mark in the industry, right? They haven't made the cover of Elle Decor, things like that. So they're still very much in the trenches doing all the work. Maybe they paint, maybe they do their own art for their projects. So they're really hands-on. The next group is all of my 9 to 5 creatives who are not being fulfilled by their corporate job. So I really love helping people who have, they have the skill sets, they have the talent, they're ready to invest in themselves and take it to the next level. And that's how it was. I was a 9 to 5 creative, hustling it, and on the weekends and the evenings doing my, design business. And finally, I was like, I can't continue on like this. So I chose my happy place, people who are ready to invest in themselves and take their creativity to the next level. So I do help people who are really trying to find their way. But if this is just a hobby, that's not really my thing. If you're just looking for arts and crafts and, that's not really, how the program or how I work with my people. So I work with really, really serious people who are ready to take it to the next level. Okay. So my training is for you. If you want to learn how to price your art, if you want to learn how to price your decorative painting walls, meaning your accent walls, if you want to learn how to avoid from undercharging, the most effective systems to keep your cash flowing in. So if you want to learn the systems, the automated systems, you're in the right place. Like, we're all artists, we're all gifted, we're all talented, but sometimes we're not quite entrepreneurs for real. We're not quite business owners for real. And that's the piece that you may be missing. Also, I'm going to teach you my most proven framework for monetizing your creativity and to replace your 9 to 5 job. And I know it can be done because I did it over 25 years ago. So again, I'm Coach TobeyRenee. Happy to have everybody here. Again, if you want to learn from somebody who's effective, somebody who's accomplished, that type of thing. So that's why I started this program, because it was nothing out there when I got into, decorative painting, when I started doing custom artwork. I just didn't have anybody to really help me. So that's why I started this program, because I really want to serve people and help get people to the next level. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about you guys. So what is it that you guys do? I want you to light up the chat. What do you do? What do you do? Where do you work? How do you make money? Are you an interior designer? Are you an artist who's, sells art? Are you a decorative painter like me? And you do, custom artwork? So light up the chat. I want to see what we have going on this afternoon. Who's on lunch break? Okay, let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to take my art to another level. Yes, and get out there. Ooh, I may be in the wrong course. Well, I can tell you how to get out there and take your art to another level. So, hey, you might be in the right course. I paint murals and want to take it up a notch. Yes. Okay, what else has everybody got going on today? I would love to hear that. Where you working now? How do you make money now? Are you sick of your job or are you burned out? I know I was burned out. Corporate America took me all the way out. So that's why I was grateful to be able to take my knowledge from corporate America, my business savvy, my business knowledge, and turn it into a full-time business. I paint murals. Oh, we already saw that one. Let me see. Currently disabled. I paint abstract. Oh, okay. All right, several times a week. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. So next, I want you guys to really imagine the things that you want, out of life, out of artistry. When you wake up every day, how do you envision your life should go, right? So if you want to run your own business and you want to earn substantial income, working on high-end projects and charging premium rates, this is a good space because we're going to talk about that today. And it is possible. A lot of people don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in their artistry, their gift, their design work, and then they never take it serious. But if you want to wake up one day and like, oh, I'm like a world renowned artist, good. Please, you have to picture that. You have to manifest that every day. You want the flexibility to manage your own schedule. So definitely, if you want to spend more time with your family, your kids, what have you, definitely imagine what would that feel like. Like, what would that look like? You want to bring an extra month, at least 7K or more a month. Like I know what I would do with an extra 7 grand next month. I'll probably be in the store shopping, but anyway. But another thing is I want you guys to really think about how does it feel to be a master, right? To be an expert at your artistry, at your design. What does that feel like? What would it feel like to start getting hundreds of likes and comments on all of your social media platforms? And we know social media is really a hater. IG, TikTok, all of them. They're all hating now together. But what does it feel like, right? Have you ever woken up and one of your posts got like 20,000 likes, 20,000 views? So that is definitely possible. And also, what would it feel like to work with me as your coach? Like to work with me to help you through, let's pick up the phone, let's ask questions. Have you been lost in your business? You don't know how to get to the next level. It's probably because you don't have anybody you can really talk to and ask. Okay, so now I want to play a game, and this is called the ouch game. All right, guys. So the way we play it, hold on 1 second. The way we play it is I'm going to read off a statement. If you can relate to that statement, you have to put me. If you can relate to the second or third or fourth statement, you have to put ouch. Okay, so one statement gets me, two or more gets ouch. All right. Okay, let's play. Everybody, all of y'all have to play. We have a small group today on the call, which I actually kind of like. So I might be calling y'all out too. Oh, let's see, the chat lit up. So let's see what we got here. Sorry guys, I just want to make sure I see what everyone is doing. I draw portraits and just quit my job. I know that's right. I ain't mad, but we got to make sure you have a backup plan. Artists teach art class, my own studio, and paint in my own pace. Yes, I love that. I'm creative, culinary art, and fledgling artist. Why can't I read today? Those are the things I need to learn. Okay, great. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're gonna get back to this game and y'all gotta play. If y'all don't play, I'm gonna be so mad. Like it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's have some fun. Okay, first statement. I'm tired of people not taking my business seriously and assuming it's just a hobby. So every month you spending all this money on your gift, your artistry, or whatever, and you're not getting anything returned. That's an expensive hobby. You're not in business. You're not a business person. I hate to break it to you, but that's the reality of the situation. So me, if you resonate with that, put me. My custom art is not selling, and I don't know how to get noticed. I'm self-taught with a degree from YouTube University, currently trying to figure everything out on my own. So if those last two are you, you got to put ouch now. I want to be full-time with my art and design, but I don't have the finances to start a business. I'm tired of working long days, nothing to show for it. My art does not seem to attract high-end customers or clients. And last but not least, I'm scared to charge my worth because I don't want to lose the job. All right, so let's light up the chat. If any of those are you, you have to put me. Two or more, you have to put ouch. And we're going to be honest today. Let's be honest today, what we really got going on. So lots of me. Okay, Coach Shaper, we got somebody joining. Me, ouch. Ouch. Lots of ouches and me's. Oh, y'all hurting my heart today. Okay, so that's what I'm here for. We're gonna get rid of those ouches and get rid of those me's, all right? Because it's time for y'all to like really take what you got going on serious and let's take it to the next level. All right, so let's talk about the life you truly desire. So we talked about what that would feel like, right? But as far as the life that you truly desire, are you tired of your, current situation, financial situation? Maybe you have the finances, just nobody ever buys your art. So let's truly talk about the things that you deserve. I know I deserve them and I want them for you, definitely. So if you want to be a high-end, artist, a high demand artist with tons of clients, we all want that, right? And it took me forever to get to that point. But now I help people get to that point like this. Like it should not take you guys 25 years to get to where I am. All right. Having your accent walls and custom art featured in interior design magazines, which is great. I love when I'm in Architectural Digest or Elle Decor. I love that. It just gives me a sense of, accomplishment. Like, okay, these people out here, they see me. And I want that for you. Okay. Recognizing your artistry and skills as more than an expensive hobby. We've already been on that road. You want to turn your love for art and design into a business that pays you, right? And you want to master all the techniques. So these are all the things that we want to desire. We can imagine these things, but how do we get there? Well, I want to tell you how. It's not click your fingers, it's done. It's not overnight. But I feel like when you have my proven framework, when you have the roadmap, then you understand and then you have to actually apply it, right? So these are the 5 ways that I get to those desired incomes. And I don't cheat the system. I have put in the work. I put in the work every day. I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. And entrepreneurship is 24/7. I'm sorry. You do not clock out at 5 o'clock and go home. Okay. But my, proven framework starts with community. You have to have community. You're out here all alone, trying to figure it out alone. You can't get anywhere. That's why. You don't have anybody to talk to. You don't have any professional art friends, designer friends, that type of thing. So you need community. Let me let Marvin in. Okay, next you need to build a luxury brand. And people always take this for granted. Oh, I don't need to do this and I don't look a certain. Yes, you do. People who are spending money, people who are paying me $10,000 to come paint a room, they are looking for a certain type of contractor to enter their home, to enter their spaces. They want to make sure that your business is like professional, that you're professional, and building that luxury brand, the look of it, whether you make $1 million or 6 figures, it doesn't matter. Look the part. Always look the part and you'll get the job. You also need to have a high-end portfolio. So I do have a portfolio of all the techniques, all my sample boards. I actually keep it in the car and I have more samples in my office at my studio. But I keep this around. Like I never know when I'm going to meet an interior designer, a contractor, a builder. So I stay ready. All right. So just remember, you got to have community. You have to have the look of a luxury brand and you need a portfolio. The last 2 are, I automated my business. So now my business runs in my sleep. I can wake up and focus on the paint, the creating, taking jobs, meeting with customers, designers, clients. So when you set up your business to run automated or automatically, then you can tend to focus on making more money. Okay. And last but not least is I have created multiple revenue streams. So not only do I do walls and furniture and kitchen countertops, anything that you can paint, I can paint it. But I've also started my own line of fine arts, which is located over at Bloomingdale's, but we'll get to that later. So you have to have different ways of bringing in money when you're in the creative field like we are. You can't wake up and be like, why isn't nobody buying my art? We don't know, but we're about to try something else. Try a new medium, try something else in the creative, field to see what you like. And that is definitely okay. All right, so you can have these desires and more, but there are some hard truths. So I gave y'all a hard truth earlier when I was like, I can't remember what I said, something about your talents or something. But wanted to read this list because sometimes people hear the list and then they're like, oh, that's me, right? But statement number one, you cannot build a high-end clientele painting with cheap latex paint. So think about elevating your portfolio, elevating your skill set, learn other mediums, learn other textures, learn high-end plasters and paints and glazes, right? That will attract a higher end customer. If all you're using is latex paint and you're doing stripes and fake marble and all this stuff, you're never going to scale. You're always going to be on the ladder working and you're going to burn yourself. All right, somebody half as talented as you is already making more money doing what you love. And I've seen that before. I know when I first got into doing art and design, I was like, these folks not even that good. How are they getting all these jobs? But I was like, let me mind my business and stay in my lane. So I did. Being gifted does not equal success. So again, just because you can draw, you can paint, you can sew, you can dish, you can bake, nobody's going to throw money at your feet. Nobody cares that you're gifted and talented. You actually have to be an entrepreneur, a business owner in business doing business, okay? Your friends and family won't make you rich. No, they won't. So quit calling your aunties on the weekend. I got a new piece of art. You want to see it? No, it is not their job for them to take care of you. It's not your friends and family job to pay your bills, make sure you take vacation. So quit leaning on them for your financial, success. Let's see. Next is AI is coming for your current job. So again, and I don't want to jinx or say anything about anybody on the call, but if you are behind a computer all day, you need a plan B. I'm not lying. You need a plan B that does not involve or that only involves a human touch. Okay. And that's what we do. Like this service we provide, it only can involve a human touch. And last but not least, your past decisions is costing your future self money. So remember that every time you make up an excuse not to do this, not to do that, not to take a class, you just sit in the same exact place where you are. You never move forward. And then you look up 6 months later and be like, oh, I don't know why I can't get ahead. So that is why. So really take into consideration when opportunities come your way that actually help your situation. Maybe it's okay, maybe I lay off my lattes for, once a week or 5 times a week or whatever. But you really have to get in the mindset of being a business owner, investing in yourself and investing in your business. Okay, so, but don't worry, I'm going to show you guys how to create your own truth like I did for members of my design program. So before we get started, I do want to, let you meet a few of the people that I work with currently. Because, when you're in the creative space, sometimes it takes you to hear, about other people's journeys and how they got to where they're going. So this is Michelle. She is out of Ohio. And it was so funny. Michelle was like, I have been dying to get in your class. I'm like, okay. So she signed up, she paid for her friend. And do y'all know her friend canceled and stuck her with that bill? But I was like, girl, don't worry about it. Just come here. We will work extra, do extra samples, stay extra days. So let you hear from Michelle.
So I was so excited to come to this class. I have been waiting for months to come here, and let me tell you something. This was amazing. It was everything I had hoped it would be and more. Toby is just a pure professional, so talented and patient and very knowledgeable. I could go on and on and on. I just love the samples that I've done in my work, and all the colors are amazing. She's got all the products you need. She is very thorough and runs through all the samples and the processes patiently and has you write everything down so you don't forget when you get home, which I appreciate. Because things move at a very fast pace, but not overwhelming. But yes, I could not have asked for any more out of this class. I'll definitely join the academy. And I could just stay here all week. So I loved it.
I love working with Michelle. And it was so funny when she came to see me. She walked in my studio and her face was just all twisted. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? I didn't know if she saw a roach or rat or something. I didn't know what was going on. And she was like, I can't believe how beautiful your studio is. Like, it's so nice. And she was like, I can't even see the floor. And I was like, you have a studio? And she was like, well, it's more like a garage, but I do have a place. It's covered in boxes. I can't see the floor. Every time I start a new piece of art or I want to go paint a wall, I got to rummage through all these bins. And she was like, it's a nightmare. So after class, she sends me this picture on the screen. She went in and cleaned out her so-called storage, but it wasn't storage. She actually has a real art studio, paying a bill on that every month, not making any money from it. That is insane. So I was just happy to be able to talk her, into getting organized, get your art together. And I can't show up to a dirty, I can't see my floor. I can't work like that. I can't work like that. But that's the business owner in me. That's not the creative side. So I was really proud of Michelle. She put up her art. She put up our samples. Now she takes, actual meetings with designers. And now her rent is not a bill. It's actually an investment in her business excuse me. Uh-oh. All right. Now I want to let you guys hear from Q. Q came to me a hot ass mess. I don't know what he was thinking, but he woke up one day and was like, I want to be a painter. I'm like, okay, had no experience, nothing. Decided he was just going to go buy some paint and start painting. So he was charging people a couple of $100s to paint a 2-bedroom apartment, and then was mad when he couldn't figure out why he had to come up with more money to finish. That is the worst on both sides, right? For both parties. So let me let you hear from Q because I got him all the way together quick. I was like, we got a lot of work to do ASAP. So let me let you hear from Q.
Yes, one thing I didn't know is I use brushes a lot with painting, and we use trowels with decorative artists. So I'm thinking that we're gonna use a paintbrush, and it's not that. It's the trowel, and the trowel is the money. And once I learned how to use that, it was great. So the tip is to get great at using the trowel because the trowel will make the money.
So very proud of Q. He's turned his business around. He's even started doing like interior design. I was like, okay, like I guess you can do anything you dream of. So just really proud of him now. His minimum, I charged him how to use a minimum, charge a minimum too. Like you can't get up off the sofa for everything. You don't even want to invite that energy in, right? Your time is valuable, your gifts are valuable. Set a price to it. I know my minimum is right now is 5,000. I'm not moving off the sofa. Like, I don't care what you got going on because I have a team to pay. They got people to feed. I got materials to buy. So a minimum will help you get to the next level for sure. All right, this is Ashley. Ashley has been working with me for almost 6 years now. And we looked up and we were like, oh my God, it's been that long. Like time flies. But I'm always so humbled by that story because it really lets me know that I'm out here helping people and really helping them get to the next level. And the fact that she's still around, I'm like, great. Like, I think she might actually think I'm a pretty cool person. But been coaching her for a while now and very grateful for her. She's in the military and she has started her business a while ago. So she's working. She wants to be able to retire from the military and do her design business full time.
Joining the Academy has been a transformative experience for me. Coach Toby's insight and guidance have helped me navigate challenges with confidence and clarity. Having a coach has added immense value to my development as a decorative artist. I feel more empowered and equipped to promote my business. The coaching calls keep me motivated to keep going and explore things outside of the Academy. The constant connection also fosters a sense of accountability that keeps me focused on my goals and growing my business.
So really proud of Ashley. And Ashley's like in the military, like for real, for real. Full fatigue over in Iran, Iraq, wherever. And when I found out that, I was like, oh my God. So she was like, yeah, I really love art and design. I know I don't look like it, but this is how I want to, spend my time when I retire. All right, this is Jasmine, Jasmine Janelle. Some of you guys might actually follow her on IG, but I do help beginners and I also help very seasoned artists, right? Because when you're stuck, you're stuck. It doesn't matter if you're stuck and you're a beginner or you're stuck and you're super experienced. But let me let you hear from Jasmine.
Hi guys, I've had an amazing experience here in the class. Everything has been very thorough. The walkthroughs have been very specific, very detailed. This is literally probably one of the best classes I've ever taken. Definitely feeling confident and prepared to get out there and get back into the faux finish business. If you are wondering how this class is going to go, it's definitely worth every dime. I would definitely take this class again and recommend to anyone who's really serious about getting into the field and wants a comfortable environment to learn. Check back.
Really proud of Jasmine. Her first job after training with me made almost 6 grand. She did one of the mica techniques that I taught her in this ceiling. And when I saw it, I was like, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, I was done. And then she did one of her own techniques on the wall. So she's been able to really like take her skill set and her service offerings to the next level. Okay, so forget everything that you've taught yourself about art, painting, decorating. I want to teach you now how to run your business the right way. Okay, so let's get out your pen and paper. And I just want to go through a little bit about pricing. So at least when you get off this call, you at least know how to price, right? You may not know the next steps, but you at least know how to price. So first, I want to start with, we're going to talk about the systems, and then we're going to talk about how to price your artwork, how to price your accent walls and, decorative painting projects. And then we're going to continue to talk about how I get to 6 figures every year. Okay, so the first is how do we price the decorative painting, the faux finishing, the accent walls, right? And I always do it by square foot. So first you got to find the square footage of your room. So let's take this example in the picture. So the height is 10 feet, the width is 15. So to get the square footage, we know we're going to multiply 10 times 15, and that's going to give us 150 square feet. Now, the other piece of the puzzle, which you guys may not know right now, but you have to price it properly. Each technique that you do or each, type of plastering or glazing, whatever it is, has a price. So again, educating yourself, then you know how to come up with those prices. So for this example, the crock is priced at $15 a square foot. So if you multiply the square footage price, which is $15, multiplied times the square feet of the room or the wall, which is 150, that's going to give you 2250. So that's not bad for a day's worth of work, right? Like, who doesn't want to wake up and make 2250? And I actually think we worked on this wall 3 days. And if I had been by myself, I probably could have done it in 2, but I was training Ashley and Kenya with me. So I wanted to take my time and make sure they learned as well. But imagine if they added in the other 3 walls. That's 9 grand. All right. So again, the decorative arts part of the creative industry really is very lucrative. All right. So the next thing I want to do is actually tell you guys a pricing tip. And this comes with, I believe this goes with anything I'm pricing, not just the decorative painting. So when you're pricing out your walls, you're going along, especially if your customer is home, you're going along, you're pricing the height, the width, you get the square footage times the price. Now, when they see you measuring, if they ask you, hey, did you deduct for the walls and the doors? You just say yes. Say yes and keep it moving. Do you deduct for the walls and the doors? No. Should you deduct the square footage of the walls and the doors? No. Leave it all in there because it's going to take you longer to paint around the door, to paint around the window. Like it takes way longer than if that window didn't exist and you could just go right through it. Okay. So when your clients ask you about it, just say you accounted for the doors and the windows, which is not a lie. You just didn't deduct. So you accounted for the doors and the windows and move on. Don't get into this discussion with your customers because for one, they don't care. They don't understand the work, the time, and the labor it goes into doing accent walls. So steer clear. You will thank me later. Okay, do we have any questions about um, pricing the accent walls? Any questions at all? Okay, so we already know how to get the square footage, multiply it times the price. That gives you the price of your project. Okay, now I want to teach you guys the formula for pricing your artwork. And this is just a high level formula. You can go up and down after you get your price, but basically 100 is the secret number, okay? So you basically take your footage of your piece of art that you're doing and you multiply that times 100. So if you're doing a 36 by 36 piece, 36 inches multiplied by 36 inches, then we know that is going to be 9 square feet, right? So 9 multiplied times 100 gives you $900. All right. So that's how you price all of your art. Now, read the room, understand your labor that went into that, the time, how long did it take you to produce this piece? How much were your supplies? So if your supplies were $3,000, of course, I'm not going to just charge nine. I'm probably going to charge more like six or seven or $8,000, right? So just understand how much you're spending on these your project, and then you can go up and down from there. So I see we had someone join. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, any questions about how I price my artwork? Let me check the chat. Okay, any questions? Questions, concerns? All right. I did want to show you guys the first piece of art I've ever done. I was in this house doing a accent wall. I was doing like a lace technique, a plastered lace technique. And my customer was like, "Do you do art? Can you paint art?" And in my mind, I was like, "No, I don't paint art. I'm not an artist. I'm a painter." Like I had all these dumb things going through my mind, right? And then I was like, "Yes, I can paint it." He was like, "Oh, I didn't know you did artwork." I said, "Yep, I sure did. Just a lion and a lion." So he was like, "I want this piece of art. It's 50 grand. Can you knock it off?" So I was like, "Yes." So $4,000 later in my bank account, I knocked it off. I think this piece was like 6x4 or 7x5. It was a huge piece. I even had to hire a company to come install it. It was so big. But basically, I was like, you know what? I took my knowledge of plastering and all of my decorative painting techniques, and I created this piece for him. All the stuff that I did on walls, I used that knowledge, and I created this piece for him. And then he commissioned the second piece over here to the right, which is, I think he paid about a grand for that, $1,000. But anyway, that was my first experience with becoming not only a decorative artist, but a, an artist, like a custom artist, a fine artist. And that was years ago. So, I claim it. So again, don't, cut yourself short. Don't, you know, all the ways that you can make money, take that into account, okay? Because you're a creative person, you can paint, you can draw, you can do all the things, but sometimes may need to step out of the box to survive, and that's okay. I know I'd rather be somewhere painting some floors than up here at the local McDonald's making $5, $6 an hour. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's the truth. So how do we do that? How do you get into that mindset? Well, become a triple threat. I'm a triple threat. Now, understand some of you guys may say, okay, well, interior design, that's not really my ministry. And that's okay. Maybe you're a double threat. But in this particular picture, this is one of my projects out of DC and a very loyal customer, lifetime loyal customer, probably like the third or fourth property I've done for her. But she hired me 3 bags. I got the decorative painter bag. She hired me to do custom artwork, and she hired me to help her with her interior design. So we were there for about maybe 3-4 months, back and forth from Atlanta to DC. But again, 3 separate contracts, 3 separate ways to make money. And what I'm saying is when you're in someone's house and you're already working, let's say if you're just doing an accent wall, upsell them to the custom art. They will purchase that from you. Trust me. They would rather purchase it from you because now they trust you. You're in their house, you work for them. And so they're like, yeah, let's add a piece of art. Next thing you know, do you need help decorating? Maybe. Again, if that's your thing. So don't ever discount your creativity in all the ways that you can use it. Okay, so what made me really, want to help people in this industry is because I was a computer programmer. I didn't even consider myself an artist. I woke up every day, went to work, and was doing computer programs in SAS and JCL. So yes, I just told my age. And one day I was like, I really don't like doing this. I've made great money, but every weekend I was at the Home Goods, trying to see what piece of art I can get and paint over because I like the frame. I was also, like painting my house, painting other people. And I was like, this is a lot of work, but I'm not getting paid for it, right? And so once I realized like I was doing the wrong thing and that's not where my happiness was, then I was okay and really was in the mindset, okay, let me figure out how I can get out of corporate America. And I probably worked corporate America maybe 3 years before I really had to shut it down and say, you know what, let me take this serious. I have a real eye for art and design. Okay, so one of the reasons that my business is so successful versus what you're doing, like you can't even sell a piece of art. When you really look at it and comb through things, it's really my system. It's the automations I have set in place. It's the system I've built for my business. So forget what you do, right? Every business needs a system, period. I don't care if you do hair, you're a lawyer, I don't care what it is. If you're a business owner, your business needs systems. And so once you get over that obstacle, you will probably move to a better space. Once you start to understand, like, oh, I really need all this stuff in place. Yes. So again, another thing that kind of held me back, and it may be, holding you back too, is your mindset. How is your mindset? Like, do you really take this serious? So one of the obstacles is you lack a powerful mindset to become an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. So how do we get that together? How do we get our mindset together? Now, if you guys struggle with mindset, put it in the chat. And you guys can be honest. We're all family on this call. But if you struggle with mindset, put it in the chat. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely mindset. So the thing is, if you're scared to charge for your services and times, that's a poor mindset. Why are you scared to charge for your services and your time? Nobody gets up and works for free for you, right? So why are you getting up and doing that for somebody else? You don't believe that your creative skills can be a business. I'm here to tell you you can. I haven't worked in over 30 years. I am not lying. I think the last job I had was 2003, maybe. I don't know if that's over 30 years. But anyway, somebody can calculate it, put it in the chat. You also run out of money on your projects because you don't know how to charge. That's mindset. Why haven't you educated yourself on how to charge? Why are you playing a guessing game with your money, your future, right? You're constantly running into issues during installation, and your customers are never happy, and they hold your final payment. Both of those are mindset. Why is somebody holding your final payment? Because they don't like what you did, right? Why are you running into issues during your installations? Because you don't know what you're doing. So again, get educated and get your mindset together. So how do we focus on a new mindset? Well, again, like I told you guys from the before, community. A community will keep you honest. It will keep you working because you guys can network. It's just really good to be able to bounce ideas off of somebody else and have somebody that you can really go to. And, these people keep you accountable as well. You need to learn the systems for your business. You are sitting around here trying, I'm a business artist, I'm an artist, I'm in business. No, you're not any of those things. You just have an expensive hobby. So once you get your systems in place, then you can claim business owner, okay? You want to invest in real training and study your craft. So quit trying to copy everything about everything everybody's doing on Instagram and YouTube. That does not make you an artist. Like come up with your own stuff. Come up with your own art, your own, techniques and formulas. And last but not least, you want to focus on a daily positive mindset. And I'm going to tell you all now, if you're on this call and you do not have a morning routine, you need to get one. You can start it tomorrow. Get up an extra hour or even 30 minutes and just focus on you. That's what I do. I open my eyes, I take a few deep breaths, I pray, I give thanks. I meditate on what it is ever, I'm trying to do. And I set my intention for that day. If you get up, first thing you're doing is on Instagram or checking your text, you're letting the whole world in. You haven't even prepared yourself for that day. All right. So just remember, first, let's start entering into the day focused about what we want for our lives, not what we want for everybody else. No, cut all the noise out and just focus on you. At least the first half hour of the day. Okay, I hope that helped. I'm telling you guys, that mindset will keep you down, honey. It will keep you down and out. So powerful, so powerful. All right, obstacle number 2, you don't invest in a mentor or your craft because you don't believe it can sustain your lifestyle and provide for your family. It's easier to exist in lack than excel in the unknown. And that is a very, very scary place to be, in my opinion. And maybe because I am a business owner, entrepreneur, I'm going to try it. I can't keep sitting over here broke, making excuses. My art doesn't sit like none of that. I'm going to try it always. I've always been like that because I don't like sitting in the place that I'm uncomfortable. But you'd be surprised. People love being uncomfortable. They don't understand that or get that that's what it is, but they love being stuck in a place of not being successful. So now I want you to meet Cynthia. Cynthia was stuck. Cynthia had been doing interior design for about 18 years before she found me. Actually, she found me and didn't start working with me for a while. But once she did, the doors just opened up. Like the gates to heaven was like, oh. And I couldn't believe all the things she did not have in place after being in business 18 years. So let you hear from Cynthia.
Where was I before DPA Academy? Completely lost. Okay, let me tell you, completely lost. Didn't know where do I go or what do I do with, all the innovative things that I had going through my brain. Okay. Um, where I'm at now, booked and busy and confident and growing daily. When I mean daily, the process with you was exciting, an eye opener to what I was doing wrong in my business financially. It helped me get more knowledgeable to the business, more technique, confident to create and charge what my worth is, and just complete independence. To be able to make my schedule and move according to my own beat, but do something every day that I absolutely love doing. You have just completely, changed my life, and I will forever be thankful for that. That you were, reachable when I had the 50 million questions or the same questions, and reassuring me that, go out there and do what you were taught. I love the online course as well, because you're able to go back and reference and study and figure out, like you said, your own, your own flow with what you provided us with. And this process has been amazing. I wish I could, come every week and learn something from you, or just be around your energy and your confidence that you inspire me to have when, going out there and getting business. So I am completely thankful to you, Coach Toby, and look forward to see what the future have with all of the teaching and the coaching calls and coaching classes, and I'm just excited because I know it's something great and bigger coming from what I already got from you and your course. And you're so loved and appreciated in more ways than one. Thank you, Coach Toby.
So again, love working with Cynthia. She's right here in Atlanta. Cynthia probably gets on my calls a couple of times a month, but she's out here working. Like she was in tears when she joined. It made me in tears because she was like, this is the piece I've been missing. I don't know how to properly do these invoices, these estimates. It's like the business side. She had no like real training. So it's just always so humbling to be able to see the transformation. I think she even called me one day. She's like, I bought a new car. I'm like, what kind of jobs are you getting? Like, I think she's getting my jobs, y'all. No, but seriously, super proud of Cynthia. She's actually taking what I'm teaching her and she's turning it into a lucrative, business. So how has not working with a coach like me been holding you back? Well, for one, you're stuck. And I think you're stuck because you're here, right? And it's okay to be stuck. I be stuck on stuff all the time, but I know how to go and get help. Number two, you can't attract high-end clients because you don't offer high-end techniques or services. You're still offering like everything everybody else is offering. You haven't elevated to the next level. Maybe even in your artistry. Maybe your artistry is just alcohol ink. But sometimes alcohol ink needs to be taken to the next level. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and you're not, making any sales, you're not making any money. That's like the definition of insanity. Okay. And number three, it's difficult to raise your prices or charge a premium due to a lack of necessary business knowledge for scaling. So again, just because we're creative doesn't mean we can't educate ourselves on how to grow a business, how to scale a business, even how to get grants, things like that. So really take it, into consideration. Are you really built for business, to be an entrepreneur? Are you really built to be a business owner? Now, I do want you guys to meet my coach. Yes, I have a coach. I've had a coach since I was 26. And this is her. Her name is Caroline Waldenberg. Love her to death. You guys can Google her, honey, because she is the OG in the design industry. But yeah, Caroline took me under her wing when I was 25, 26. I turned 51 a little while ago. So that lets y'all know like how serious it is. And I owe everything to her. Like even how you see my business, if you've ever seen me online on my IG page, those are the things that she's instilled in me to be able to help other people, right? So again, here's Ashley. Ashley got to meet Caroline, so my mentor got to meet my mentee. Full circle moment. I mean, it was just beautiful. So I always want to show you guys the importance of me, how important it is to me to be able to coach you and help you, but I'm receiving the same from someone that I deeply admire, as well. So how working with me is going to change your life? I think y'all already know. Y'all already know how to change your life, right? But seriously, I want to get you to a place where your skills are better. I don't care what you're doing, what type of creativity you're doing, creative skill set you have. Your skills are better, the techniques you're better, but the main part is, are you in business? Do you even know what you're doing, right? So I want to always share, my experiences and get you to the next level. And by me being an IT graduate, I really have that special, secret sauce that can help people get over all of their systems. Okay, so obstacle number three. That's obstacle number three, excuse me, is the business systems. The lack of. Like, do you have systems in place at all? How do you collect names and email addresses for your email list, your distribution list? Are you even doing that? Like, if you don't have an email list, you're missing out on a lot of money. But systems also include procuring and closing new business, how you install your projects, your quoting, your invoicing, and your scheduling. So if you use systems in your business, let me see. If anybody has an email list, do you have a website with a pop-up that people can opt into your email list? Is anybody doing that on this call? Let's see. Just light up the chat. No, not yet. Yeah, y'all are missing out on so much money. So I hate to be preaching to y'all, but y'all signed up for this. Y'all signed up for today's training, so y'all about to get this beat down. But think about it. You want to sell your art, who you gonna sell it to? You don't even have an email list. Like if you wanted to run a Christmas special, which you should really start in September, you can't even do that because you don't know who to even send it to. So these things can be set up almost literally for free, whether it's done through Linktree, your website. You guys need to first and foremost start with building your email list. Those are the people who support you. Those are your fans. Those are the people that like your work. Can y'all guess how many people on my email list? Throw it in the chat. Throw it in the chat. I'm just curious. Now, I've been collecting my emails for about, I'd say for about 10 years. So I'm just curious to see. But okay, let's keep moving on. So again, I always want to stress the creative is great. We can paint art, we can paint walls, but get your systems together. You need a system for your networking and marketing. How do you network with people? How do you market to people? That's a system. You need a system for how you make your money. I have a diverse revenue stream system. You guys already know what it is. What? Triple threat. Those are the three ways I make my money: art, decorative painting, and interior design sometimes. Do you have a follow-up process? Like I hate when people call me up and they're like, yeah, I was trying to get this other artist to do it, but they would never call me back. Okay, good. Well, I'm calling you back. I will definitely cash your check. What would you like to do? So, do you even follow up with people? How are you doing your consultations, your estimates, your contracts? You need a contract. Just because you paint and do art doesn't mean you should not have contracts, okay? How are you scheduling your appointments? Now, this one I'm a stickler on. You should have something set up, a system where people click, schedule an appointment with you, pay for your time, and you wake up and it's all done. Okay, so if you don't have that system set up, you are missing out. Again, how do you get your clients? Social media presence. See, social media, now that's going to stress me out. That'll stress anybody out. But even with that, my system is batch posting. I sit down twice a week. I figure out everything I want to post. I get it all ready. I schedule it, and then I go back to my daily life. All right. If you're sitting around trying to figure out what to post, or if you don't post at all, that's even worse. So you need a system for posting. And last but not least, your health. How do you scale? How do you get to the next level with me? I'm a system for your business. All right. So how has systems been holding you back? Okay, so I know y'all don't like playing the ouch game, but we're about to play it again. You guys have to play. Have to play. Oh, let me check the chat. Thanks, Coach April. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. 30,000 people on my email list. No, not quite, but I'm getting there. No, I have about 10,000 on my email list. But imagine if I do a Christmas sale and I put like, oh, I'm selling this piece of art, somebody gonna buy that art. Out of 10,000 people, somebody's gonna buy that art. But at least I built the list over the years of my career, so I can even have, options to run a sale, to do any of that. Okay, so how has not having the right systems in your business held you back? Well, for one, you don't get high-end clients. Your income is unpredictable because now you can't even run a sale or anything. Like you have nothing in place. Like I'm broke. How do I make money this week? That's what you're stuck in. You get lost opportunities. People will pass you over if you do not have systems in place. They will go hire somebody else. They'll find another artist to do this commission piece. Trust me, I know. Your payments are delayed. You miss deadlines. Your skill set is outdated. Negative reviews. So now we're playing we're playing the ouch game. So you got to put me or ouch. Insurance issues. How many of y'all got insurance? If you don't have insurance, what are y'all doing? What if you're in somewhere, you're doing an accent wall, you're hanging a piece of art, and something happens, but you're responsible? You don't even have insurance. Insurance is a system that works for you in your sleep. Trust me. Have insurance. You don't have systems, you have bad communication. Your costs on projects end up costing you more. Maybe you got to pay out of your pocket, and then you get inconsistent results. So again, let's see. Do we have me's and ouches? Y'all not lighting up. Why y'all not playing my game? I see Phyllis. Phyllis put an ouch. Okay. All right, good. Okay, so being able to help people, it's just what I do. Like I'm always like, no, you need to do this. And only because I've been through it. I've gone down this road. I've worked it all out for you guys. So now you just have to follow the formula, follow the roadmap. I even have people calling me now. I have a colleague, his name is Hank. He's probably been in the design game longer than I have. And he's always calling and asking questions. I'm like, dude, you need to get in my mentorship program because you don't know what you're doing. But seriously, the last time he called, he goes, how do you get people to pay your final balance? Now, I know y'all heard that because that was just on a couple of slides ago, right? So I'm like, Hank, you've been out here forever. Why are people still not paying you your balance? So we went through his contracts, his estimates, and all of that. So I found out what it was fairly quickly. He was charging wrong. He was writing up his contracts very wrong. He was writing up his contracts as if he was a contractor, but you're not a contractor, you're an artist. And so on his contracts, he was putting, okay, I'm going to come in and do Venetian plaster. This is how many people it's going to be. This is how much I charge per person for their labor. And then this is how much my Venetian plaster costs, my tape costs. And I'm like, why are you giving them all that information? He's like, well, I want to be honest about why everything costs so much. That is none of their business. They either have the money or they don't. This is not a low end, service that we provide. This is a very custom, high end service that we provide. People that you work with should not even worry about what tape costs, right? So it's none of their business. And I told him, price the service, Venetian plaster, it's gonna be $5,000, and you're gonna pay or not, right? That's it. You don't let people pick your invoices apart and pick your materials apart and then the pricing apart. You will be beat down every time. So, needless to say, he cleaned it all up and started charging appropriately. So, I haven't heard from him in a couple of months. Um, so, I think he's out here doing good. I think he's out here doing good. Okay, so I do want you guys to hear from some of my favorite people. You guys might be fans as well. Kay Michelle did come and train with me, so I want you guys to hear from her.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, K. Michelle, and I am here with my sorority sister, Toby, at Faux Decor. She is teaching me how to get my home together. I love it. Proud of myself. Thanks.
And love Kay Michelle. Oh, child. She was like, I'm coming to learn how to do this diamond class because I'm painting my own house. I said, okay. But guess who ended up painting it? Not Kay Michelle, but we weren't mad. We were not mad at that. And this is Kayron. She actually stars on The Oval. I don't know if you watched Tyler Perry's The Oval, but who knew? She has a whole interior design firm and she wanted to learn, the artistry of decorative painting.
All right, it's on you.
Hi, my name is Karen Moore, and this has been an amazing experience at the Faux Decor Paint and Brush Workshop. I'm personally interested in interior design, and it's given me the foundations that I need to start my faux design wall business. Toby has been an amazing mentor, and I'm excited about joining the Academy so that she can continue to mentor me through my personal business as well as my professional experience.
So again, love working with Kayron. She found me I think during like the early latter part of COVID, but we really hit it off, and she was a super creative person. I'm gonna give her. She was a triple threat for sure. But next we have Carrie Hilson. Big fan. She is a great customer. And again, look at her. She comes in one day. She's like, I can learn how to wood grain. Next thing I know, she's wood graining her entire bar. So that just lets you know how easy these finishes and techniques are. If you're already an artist, you can pick it all up. Like, trust me. But again, once you're in these people's homes, it doesn't matter what they are, low profile, high profile artists, whatever. They will continue to invite you back. They will continue to, look to you for anything they need in the paint industry arena. They need a new piece of art. they're going to call you up first. So build relationships as well. Now, I wanted to show you guys Carrie's house before we started, and it's cute. Like, I'm not mad. I was like, when I walked in, I was like, oh. And this is actually her little getaway pad when she's like riding down here in Atlanta. And then I think when she has like late night, she crashes here. But let me show you guys the after. Now, let me know. Put it in the chat if you like it. If you don't like it, then don't put nothing in the chat. But if you like what we did, put it in the chat. But super easy, super simple. It was just a, shabby chic wood grain. We painted everything white. I had my contractor paint all the cabinets back white. And she loved it. She loved it. I loved it. Her interior designer loved it. Just super simple, very, very elegant. She's like, I'm getting a little older. I just want things easy, simple, great energy. I just want to uplift the space. And we did. We definitely did that. Thanks, Coach April. Okay, let me see. You guys are in the chat. Love it. Good job. Thank you. One thing about us, we will try everything. That is for sure. Okay, good. All right, again. So don't be stuck on just canvas art. Don't be stuck on just walls. Like I'm telling you guys, I make so much money on both sides. Like if I stop making art, I would probably lose half of my income. But if I stop, painting walls and furniture, and I don't care. I'm a creative person. I want to do it all. Like I want to do it all. I want my heart to be content. I never want to be burned out from like one thing, right? But this is another way, I make money. So if you are in a city where there is an IATSE chapter, get in the union. You can work TV shows, movies, films. As a matter of fact, they're about to film Black Panther 3. So y'all look for your girl. I'm like, send it off her resume just so I can be in the building. But seriously, the TV and film industry is a really good space to be. Always working. You're going to always have work, but you do typically need to join, one of the chapters. But I typically come in as either art director, sometimes I'm production designer, sometimes I am just a set designer. So it depends. But my daily rate, I always ask for $9.95 per day, and I usually get it. And I'm gonna tell you why I get it, because I'm a triple threat, and they know that. So they're like, here in Atlanta, they're like, man, just call Toby, because they know I'm gonna come in and paint the set. I can design the set and have my crew build it out. And what's the third one? The art. They know I can do whatever artistry I need real quick, no stress, and I can sign the release waiver. So whenever they can get a release waiver signed, that's easy, right? Because they do not want to be sued. Okay, so now let's have a real conversation. Are there any questions so far about anything I've talked about? The union, anything about pricing? You guys have any questions? No? Okay. So what is the difference between you and your business and me and mine? For one, it's the systems. I have a system in place for sure. And I already know that's probably 70% of everyone's problem on this call, especially if you're already an artist selling your work and you're not being able to sell the work, you're not being able to find hiring clients for your decorative art. That's probably, I would bet my life that that's what it is. But you've been doing this on your own, but now it's time to accept my help. So who wants my help? I'm just curious. Put in the chat, you need some help? I'm here to help you. Has my training resonated with you guys? And y'all can't hurt my feelings, honey. I am good. I'm getting off this call and I'm about to lay on my sofa. Because I have jobs coming in, constantly having work. But side note, if you guys are here during Christmas, I will have an installation at the Bloomingdale's in Buckhead. So that's currently what I am designing and working on now. So let's see the chat. And if you're here in Atlanta, you might have an opportunity to help me. I always have my mentees and my members come help me on jobs, which is great for your portfolio. You get the pictures and you get the bragging rights, especially if it's like a celebrity or someone like that. Okay, yes, Phyllis, I see y'all. Yes, I need help. Okay, great. Okay, so this is how you're gonna get help. This is how you're gonna turn all of your creativity and art and design skills into a profitable six-figure business and start getting results. It is Paint Your Way to Profits. So what is Paint Your Way to Profits? This is my baby. Okay, like this is 30 years of knowledge on paper, online, in PDFs. Like this is my entire life, guys. I have been waiting for this moment, right? But seriously, this is your next step. So if you're on this call, you still on this call, that means y'all are serious. I hope y'all not just here because y'all just nosy. But seriously, if you're on this call, this is your next step. It's working with me to help you get to the next level. It's getting in my program. It's meeting all the people in my community. We all help each other. I have people all over. I even have members in Canada. So the Paint Your Way to Profits is a 3 month, basically a 3 month course. But I don't like to call it course. Course sounds so stiff. But I like to, let's say, we're going to call it a club. It's a club. You're going to be a part of this club for 3 months. And I run the club and I'm going to help you, get to the next level. And you're going to come in and you're going to work with the other club members. You're going to network with them. You're going to meet them online. And you really are going to develop, friendships and working relationships. I have people in my membership that are working together outside of anything I got going. I look up and they in the pictures together. Hey, just like, okay, it's out here working. But that's basically, my program. So let me go through it really quick. Um, but let me talk about first what happens after the 3 months. Okay, let's focus on how you're going to be after the 3 months. So after 3 months with me, you're going to make at least 5K or more, added in additionally to your income. I'm pretty sure. Like you and these techniques and putting the systems in place and making your brand look a luxury brand, that's going to automatically scale your business. I will coach you every step of the way. So you don't get in my program and you never see me again. That's not a thing. You see me every week and I'm going to be on your back. All right. Because I want you to stay focused. We know we're passionate, but now it's time to focus. You'll be a part of my community. So again, I created this community and I want you guys to lock in and join. You're going to master all the high-end painting techniques. I'm going to pull you off of this latex and introduce you to all the stuff the rich people want, right? Because that's what it's all about. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't know this stuff existed. Because sometimes you can't find it all on YouTube, okay? Next, we're going to talk about putting all your systems in place. You're going to have the confidence and the positive mindset. I talk about that every week. It is just part of my ministry with this program. You're going to learn how to charge for your art, for your design services, for your painting, whatever it is you're doing. You're going to learn how to design and charge appropriately. You don't have to work alone anymore. I'm going to teach you how to build a crew, a real crew. Not you done went down to Home Depot and picked up the people on the sidewalk. We're talking about real artists coming in and working with you, and maybe you need to train them, but a real crew. And I'm going to teach you how to attract your dream clientele. So let me see. We had the chat light up. Club TobeyRenee. I love it. I'm encouraged, even though I've missed 90% of the presentation. That's okay. That is okay, because honey, all of y'all are about to get in this club, and I'm gonna see y'all on Monday for real. Okay, let me keep telling you guys about, basically my club. So I know the club works because I'm a working artist and I still work. I love working, and I don't even think I should call it work like that. But again, I never had a art show. I'm telling y'all, I have been doing art since I was 28. Now I'm 51. Never had an art show, not one. You know why? Because I was in the people's house. I developed positive relationships. I was painting the wall. You need some art? Here's your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I never had to ever, I guess, market myself as an artist or anything like that. It just naturally came when I was in, when I'm in people's homes working. So about 2 years ago, Bloomingdale's was like, I submitted my work. They just started a residency program, submitted my work. They loved it. Did the residency for 3 months. They extended the residency for 4 more months. So this is the art gallery right up here in Buckhead at the Bloomingdale's. Then I left and they were like, you know what? We love your art. Can you put your art in the store? So now my artwork is throughout the store in Bloomingdale's. And I'm just so grateful. So that's how I know that my program works because I tell myself what to do and then I do it. And it works for other people as well. So I did want you guys to see, like, I'm not just sitting behind the desk, like I'm working and I'm out here getting, these checks for sure. Okay, so let's get into the curriculum really quickly. Oh, thank you, Coach April. We got the chat lighting up. Let's see what you guys put in the chat. Where are you located? So I'm in Atlanta, but that does not matter. We're going to get to that. Knowing you exist and having the introduction was powerful for me, having multiple artistic skill sets. Dormant, oh no, has been depressed and crazy, I find. Oh, you're giving me more. Okay, good. Okay, well, stay on one. I got a surprise for you guys. Because I have temporary limitations working through them. Okay, still stay on, please. I just left Atlanta and Florida now. That is not a problem. I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter. All right, so let's go through the back end or the online courses, the digital portion of the course. Now, for the whole 3 months, you have 24-hour access to these courses. So that's like me as a bestie, 24 hours a day. You can log in and watch all of my courses anytime you want. I do start everybody from the beginning. So yes, I'm going to teach you how to paint a regular wall. I'm going to teach you what I wear. No camel toe, ladies, especially on a project with a married man. I hate when people show up dressed inappropriately. That is the pet peeve of mine. But I'm going to open up my toolbox, show you all the things in my toolbox. I even keep pantyhose and hotel keys in my toolbox. And people are always like, why is this in your toolbox? But anyway, I teach you all the tape you need to know about because the wrong tape on the wrong surface will ruin everything you got going on. So that is the beginning, the foundations part. Then we get into the techniques. So again, these techniques really transcend between walls, canvas artwork, or furniture, right? They go back and forth. So like, for instance, I used to have a piece behind me, but this is plaster and a silver leaf. But the silver leaf I do on walls and furniture all the time. So you can learn these techniques and you can use them however you see fit in your business. But again, if you're not doing these techniques or if you haven't mastered these techniques as an artist, you're really missing out. You really, really are. And I'll go through them really quickly with you. If you're not doing crackle finishes, you're missing out. Crackle looks great on your canvas art, beautiful on the walls, and extremely gorgeous on cabinetry. So I have some people that I work with in the program, all they do is kitchen cabinets. Do you know how much you can make only doing kitchen cabinets? Like they're charging 40, 50,000 for a kitchen easy. But again, this is Crackle, and this is me in my triple threat box. So this is before, and this is after. So we've done the crackle on the wall. You can't really see it in this picture, but it turned out so beautiful in person. I staged the room, helped them with the selections. I think we are going to do some different artwork up here, but taught them into painting the dining room all black trim. It's great. 3 checks, 1 project. I'm going to teach you your metallic finishes. The metallic finishes are fun, easy to do, 1 pass around the room. They make great backdrops for my canvas art as well. I love metallics on my artwork. But again, this was, me in my decorative painting bag up in New York. This was actually a condo I did for Carmelo when he first got to New York. Brush metal walls. Again, 1 pass around the room, super easy, great on canvas art, really nice on furniture, I have found out. Again, we learned all of the fun techniques that bring me to the 6-figure mark in my portfolio. So I want you guys to know what those techniques are. I'm not gatekeeping because I really want you to be able to scale and really see a difference in your finances. Again, this is metallic walls, super popular. Ombre, some people consider ombre DIY, but again, very, very popular, super soft. And I also teach you little tricks of the trade, like paint your outlet covers, paint your trim. It really takes your work to the next level. We do get into diamond glass furniture. Again, just stressing techniques. Elephant hide is beautiful if you're working for, if you have a male customer, maybe it's a studio, a powder bath, something like that. So these techniques are really, really fun, easy to master. This is Venetian plaster. I like teaching this because it's timeless. Like you can never go wrong with Venetian plaster. So this is onyx. So I definitely want to make sure you have higher end finishes in your portfolio. Let's see, Coach April, I'll let them back in. All right, so getting the Venetian plaster, bonus number 1. This is matte Venetian plaster. And I know you guys have heard of Venetian plaster, right? So that's why I always want to make sure that you know how to do it and you master it. Because let's say you haven't sold any art in 3 months. Baby, you can go make 5-6 grand off of Venetian plaster room in a week. I am not even lying. But again, when you work with interior designers, you know how to find those designers. You end up in Architectural Digest. So very happy to see that. Also teach you glitter finishes, flake free. So I actually have samples of that here. Now, if I see anybody doing a glitter wall with paper plate and a hairdresser, I'm gonna be mad. But I do teach you my technique for flake free glitter walls. And this is ombre. But again, I use glitter everywhere. I do live in Atlanta, so I'm not even gonna, front, but Atlanta is very blingy. And then I also teach you how to upsell. So if you have a customer and they're like, I like the glitter, but it's not quite blingy enough, I have wall candy. So I teach you my wall candy finishes. Very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. All right. I like to show you guys,
Didn't really hit. You still
the
have.
technique so you can really see, what we got going on over here. Now this is what the online courses look like. Me behind the table, very clear, very distinct. I don't skip around, it's step by step. So let me let you see a little bit of the rust.
Your iron paint, okay? And then if you want, you can still go into this and activate it even more. So the more you activate it, the more it'll continue to turn. All right, so we're gonna change that.
Okay, so in this, all of your back end courses, there's some good courses now. I'm not sitting behind my steering wheel. Yes, and I do certificates. So we're getting to that. Okay, we are definitely getting to that. So I hope you like the back end. Now, that was all the fun stuff, but now we got to get into the stuff that y'all might be lacking a little. Okay, so it's time to get the business courses. They're all pre-recorded. You can watch them over and over and over. You can print out all the PDFs, but these are what's going to really take you to the next level. So I'm going to teach you how to brand your business. I'm going to teach you really like in detail how to price and measure the difficult areas, the difficult walls. I'm going to give you a course on how to conduct your consultation, how to do your estimates, your contracts. I do all of this because this is the part that you may be missing. And I found that out over time. Like people would always come and take a paint class. And then 3 months later, I'll be like, well, how'd it go? Send me some. Oh, well, I haven't used the technique. I didn't know what to do with it or how to. So I got you. I'm going to even give you all of my templates for my contracts, my estimates. So I don't want you to start from scratch. I give you these forms. Literally all you do is replace your name and your business information. We also do a coaching call once a week. So that's what I meant when I earlier in the training when I was like, I'm gonna be on y'all's back. This is why we meet once a week live. It's not pre-recorded, live just like we are now. And I'm going to talk to you about your business. I'm giving you homework, the things you need to focus on. We talk about the good things, the bad things in business. We work through it because typically, if you're going through it, somebody else in the community is as well. So this is where we really connect once a week in the mentorship with me. So if you ever need to jump on the call, I'm here. That's why the program is so valuable because I'm actually around. Okay. I'm going to also give you access to the community, which by now you have guessed. And the way we all connect is via my app. So, yes, the girl still has her IT skill set updated. So, I built my own app. I'm removed everything from Facebook. I don't conduct anything community wise on any social media platforms. Number one, because I don't want you guys advertised to. I don't want any kind of bullying or negative, whatever. And then this is a place where we can all meet each other. We can connect like-minded individuals with the same goals. So I'm going to walk you through the app really quick because it is great. So when you log in, over here to the left are all of our channels. Up at the top, there's a learning tab, which that's where you'll access all of the free courses. Here in the members tab, you can find all the members. I list my events, what have you. So it's just a great, great community that I've been building. I launched the app year before last, so it's getting a lot of traction, and I'm really just grateful for, the community that's in it. And last but not least, I do Open Studio. Now, Open Studio is for those people who say, oh, well, I'm hands-on. Again, mindset and excuses. So for the people who are super hands-on, you can come here, train with me and my crew. So let me let you hear from some of
Hi, my name is Tashika, but you can call me Tiki. I'm Paintings by Tiki, but I'm changing to Keon Designs. I really, really enjoyed my class. I have been procrastinating for years, y'all. Don't do it. Don't do it. I have been following Toby for so long, and I'm so glad that I have finally made the trip from Little Rock, Arkansas to Atlanta. Take the class. I enjoyed it. Everything was wonderful, and I have an amazing portfolio to get my business going.
And y'all, she drove from Little Rock. All right, let me let you hear from Jareen.
Hi, my name is Jareen Thomas. My business is JI Creative Studios, and I'm so grateful to have found Faux Decor by Toby. What I will say is that I put it off for a long time, but I'm so happy that I took the class. My favorite thing about the class is the hands-on experience. And I also enjoy the coaching calls because she keeps us accountable, and that's something that I really needed. So if you are hesitant, I'm here to tell you, you should go ahead and take it because it is, I believe it's life changing if you're really serious about your business. So don't hesitate, sign up, and that, trust me, I'm here, take it. So that's all I got to say.
So again, the open studios are really fun. Come into the studio, you get to play with the paints, plasters, finally meet me in person, meet the rest of the coaches as well. Okay, so here we go. Are you guys worth it? So if you can make an extra 5K a month, would you invest in yourself, right? Would you invest in an experience that could really help you to the next level? And then what would you invest? What do you think this experience is worth? I'm just curious. Y'all not gonna hurt my feelings at all, but let's drop in the chat. Are you worth taking it to the next level, or you just want to keep paying for this expensive hobby that you call yourself doing, fake business owner? Yes, yes. Okay, what do you think the course is going? I mean, my club should cost. I'm just curious as to what you guys would invest. Okay, okay. All right, so let me show you guys what it is valued at. All right, let me tell you what I would value it at. And that's about 30 grand. And that's with all of the online courses, all of the coaching, the mentorship sessions, the hands-on training here in Atlanta. I mean, it's a lot. You get access to all of my industry experts, membership to the design app, because the design app is actually $95 it's $195 a month. You get the design community, you get all the things. So I was talking to my team, And they're like, okay, well, we're starting this new program. We want to help people. What do we charge? Right. So somebody was like 10. I'm like, no, that is way too much. I want to be able to help people, not stress people. And then they were like 5. And I was like, well, I charge $4,995 now. So if you come into the program, this is currently what it costs right now today. And then I was like, no, it's still a little too high for people who may not have that, right? So they're like 2,500. So now this is where they get mad at me, y'all. They're like 2,700. I mean 2,500. But I'm like, no. But they're like at 2,500, that's $27 a day. You're teaching people how to really take it to the next level, how to increase their income, and they can't pay $27 a day. And I was like, that's still too high. It's still a little too high. So today I wanted to, invite you guys to lock in with me for a special price. The 3 months is only $997. And again, 3 months, you'll probably be doing it in 2 months. A lot of people are really like taking off, and in the second month, they're really making, way more money. And think about it, Christmas is coming around, right? The holidays are coming up. This is probably the best time to get in it now, to get in it early, to start learning and understanding and figure out how to charge, figure out where all the people are that you really want to serve. And then by the time, October comes, you're good. You're great. So again, I'm gonna have Coach April. Will you drop the link into the chat, please? And I want you guys to click the link. Like, click the link, lock in with me, please. Because I would love to help you guys to the next level. If you're on here answering needs and ouch, this is the program for you. Please, please don't ignore, this opportunity to really get some personalized help and take things to the next level. Now, if you don't have the whole complete payment for $997 today, you can do 3 payments of $375. So yes, every 30 days, $375 will is the payment plan. And again, this is unheard of. It is crazy, right? But I didn't want to diminish, the $5,000 program down to something else. So I was like, just give it to them. What do I have to lose? Nothing. But I do want to, be able to still help people come along. So 375 3 times is crazy. So literally your first job, I've had my students that are mentor in my mentorship program, their first jobs are 5, 6, 7 grand. Easy, easy. Because what we're doing is we're really teaching you the basics, and then we're going to teach you how to scale that. And then we're going to teach you how to turn it into a luxury service for, the ultra rich and wealthy. That's what I like to call it. Let's see, we have um, okay, that's from Coach April. So who is going to lock in with me today? Who has clicked the link and is going to lock in with me? Now, do you guys have any questions about the actual price or, the actual club? Gonna call it the club. Any questions? All right. So if you haven't locked in with me, why aren't you locking in? Like, what's your excuse to stay sitting where you are to say, yes, Phyllis, yes? What is your excuse to still sit in the uncertainty? Why are you still sitting in the unknown? You're still sitting in this financial space of, I need to make more money. Like, what's holding you in that space? What's keeping you? Okay, you can find me though, Zenobia. You can always come find me. Um, all right, so for sure, would love you guys to lock in. Like, the club is super crazy. Again, this is what it costs. But the next 3 months, you guys got me, $997. And then after the 3 months, a lot of people stay locked in, but then it goes down to $95 a month just to stay into the club. But yeah, I would love for you guys to lock in with me. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Um, What is the age range? Um, you know what? I never really thought about it. I never really asked people their ages, but I'm assuming 20s. I do have people in the program are in their early 60s. So the range is really, really wide. I don't have an age, an age range, but it is wide. I will definitely tell you that. But you guys have two paths. If you're still here, um, and you don't work with me, you don't take the steps to get into the community, your art, you're not going to be selling it. Um, I don't know if people are going to start taking you serious because you're here because you don't know how to get to the next level. You still won't have a coach. You won't have anybody to help because you can't call me if you're not in the program. Don't send me no emails. I'm not going to be able to help you because I reserve, my time and energy for the people who are really serious about, taking their art to the next level. But again, I want you to be able to get out of the cheap techniques, learn the expensive mediums and products. I want you to be able to even retire your 9 to 5. What does that look like, right? Stop making excuses. You don't have a website, you don't have any systems. So I want to get you out of that rut. So I hope today that I really like woke you up like, oh, she really is running a business. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. But if you sign up today, your art is going to sell. You will have the option to do walls if you want, furniture if you want. When times get slow, at least you have another skill set and a craft you can fall back on. You'll be able to work with me, the other coaches in the program. You're going to learn all of the high-end techniques. We're going to make sure all of your systems in place, including your website. You don't have to work alone, and you will be able to retire that 9 to 5. All right, so let me see. The chat is lighting up. Okay. So again, Coach April put that in the chat. Now, if you're on the call and you don't have the funds, what do you have? I'm just curious. Like where are you in your journey? Like what are you able to afford? Because at some point, you're going to have to invest in your business and your company, and it's going to cost you way more than $9.97. I do know that. So again, do you guys have any questions? Questions? Any questions? Okay, would love to get you guys to lock in and sign up with me today. I would love to see you on the call on Monday. We meet on Monday at 1. Okay. All right. So let me let you hear from a couple of my people in my membership.
Okay, how was the first day, everybody?
It was freaking amazing.
Amazing.
It's giving money making all 2024. It was thorough. There was nothing that was missed. There was no cutting corners. Everything that we did was just literally seamless from the directions to the hands-on.
I know, right?
I mean, I've taken a lot of training classes, and I definitely feel like on Monday, I could be prepared to go into the field and make all of my money back for this investment. And I love that for me.
I second that.
And I third it.
Right. We getting set up to make money. 6 figures. We excited about that.
And most importantly, Toby went through every single step. She did not miss with help with Miss Linda. She did not miss not one step. So
With patience.
with patience.
She didn't rush us.
She's so humble. She's so humble. Yeah, we weren't rushed.
Who
by
said
the
I'm
process.
humble?
Yes.
Yay, thank you.
We were not rushed.
Humble
by the
and down
process.
to earth.
Yes.
And very funny.
Oh, and our information packets for our homework are completely thorough. So we know
Yes.
we have all the tools we
Got
need.
homework tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
My name is Jasmine Janelle, and I approve this message for the Fall Academy.
Love working with them. So I had a question. How much is my one-on-one sessions? So my one-on-one sessions to train with me in person is $9.95 per day. So most techniques take at least 2 to 3 days. So sometimes it'll be, I guess, $9.95 times 2 or times 3. Again, so that's what it is to come in and work with me one-on-one. Had to step out. Is there a separate cost for the community? The community group is $195 a month. But again, I'd hate for you to start paying $195 a month, and then you could have just joined, for the 997. So I make I make my club so affordable, like you can't, like you'd be crazy not to join, because everywhere else it just costs too much to do everything. Even if you took all the courses, the paint courses individually, that's probably going to run you about 12 to 15,000 if you go online and try to take all the courses one on one. So I really, created this program or this club because I want you to really get the full experience, And even if you're like, okay, I don't know if I want to start a business today, that's fine. At least you're getting the creative and you understand, so that when you do start your business, you got everything, in place, ready to go, everything you need. So if you join, there's no cost for the group or the club. No. So if you join today, like I said, it's $995 or the $375 for 3 months. You don't pay separate for the community or the app. That app is included in the price for today. So again, everything's a la carte. It's going to be crazy. But for the one low price of $997, you guys can come in and get everything, including me. Get it all in one. So yeah, at least click on the link, read through it real quick. If you have any questions, let me know. Actually, let me drop my email in the chat. But if you sign up today, you will start getting notices from me immediately. You will get all your logins info. Sorry, you'll get all of your logins. You will get in the app today. You will be able to start taking all of your online courses today. Info at the Coach April. I'm gonna have to start having you put this in here. I'm always slow with typing this. Info at the FoProStudio.com. Okay, I think I spelled it right. Yeah. So again, you guys are going to get emails from me. I'll probably send you a couple of more text messages or what as well. But again, you can find me for sure. Would love for you guys to lock in with me, and let's get to work. It's fun what we do, but it would be so nice to make a little coin off of it, wouldn't it? Okay, any more questions? Let's see who's still on. Mary, are you still on? Phyllis, do you guys have any questions? I didn't give you a nickname. Any questions about the program? Oh, chat is lighting up. Let's go back to the chat. Thank you. You are very welcome. Let me see what I can do. Yes, see what you can do so you can meet everybody on my. Y'all are gonna love all the artists and designers. I got 2 nurses in the program. Like, people are not playing about their gifts. Let me see what I can do. Would like to join. Perfect. Okay. Well, if there are no more questions, I urge you. Let me stop sharing. If there are no more questions, I really urge you. Oh, I feel like I saw. Oh, here we go. The chat lit up. Let's see what we got. Homemaker for, homemaker. This is perfect for you. What are you talking about? You're going to go in there. I'm telling you, you're going to make a killing off of everybody in the neighborhood. Everyone in the neighborhood. They can't deny you. They're going to be like, oh my God, did y'all see her Venetia plaster wall? But anyway, okay, so great. I really enjoyed today. Glad you guys were able to jump on. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. And yeah, lock in with me, click that link, and I will see you guys on Monday. All right, have a great rest of the day. See you guys later.